smoke, breathe me in and let me go. Filling the lungs inside you, and the blackened eyes make my way into your mind. Just to know what you knew. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Let the darkness take control. Let the darkness take control. Darkness take control. May the darkness take control. Take me in the smoke, breathe me in and let me go. Sink to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Teardrops on the floor. The pain is over. Feel the darkness take control. Let the darkness take control. Darkness take control. May the darkness take control. Take me in the smoke, breathe me in and let me go. Sink to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Teardrops on the floor. The pain is over. Feel the darkness take control. Let the darkness take control. Darkness take control. May the darkness take control. Take me in the smoke, breathe me in and let me go. Sink to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Teardrops on the floor. The pain is over. Feel the darkness take control.
Hello everyone, and welcome back for the continuation of the Broken Sword Shadow of the Templars Director's Cut. Is this part 3 or part 4 of what we've been doing so far? I can't remember now. I did the title this morning. So where did we leave off? We had gone through. Well, we did Ireland last week, and then we did like another chunk of Paris. And we had left it just after a lengthy scene with the I would like to watch the meeting that the Templars had, and we were off to Syria, I think. We shall find out. Press continue because I can't remember where it was I actually saved it last. Right, so we're at the museum. Let's go to the map and see if we can. Yeah, I wrote it was the sort of like the cult thing, wasn't it? That the meeting that we'd watched, and then we go Syria's open. So as I said before as well, I mean the normal like PlayStation version that I played in the 90s, I sort of know those bits, but if any of the director's bits comes up or any spelling challenges come up, I don't know those. Here we are. Have a little rummage around here. You have to let us know if once we start talking to some of the characters what the volume levels are like as well. Because I'm just taking a random stab in the dark again as to what audio levels to put it all at.
How did this guy make a living selling useless old machine parts in the middle of nowhere? The stand was hawking ancient machine parts.
A little rummage around here. I'm sure there was a woman, if I remember, we had to speak to. I don't know if I'm clicking in the right place. Are the audio levels all right?
Hello. I was wondering whether you could help me.
Why, hi there, handsome. What can I do for you?
Hi, my name's George. I was just...
Well, it certainly is delightful to meet you, George. My name's Mrs. Henderson, but you can call me Pearl, I'm sure.
Okay, Pearl.
So nice to meet a friendly American face so far from home.
Pearl?
Yes, dear?
I was just wondering if you could help me.
Why, sure, precious.
Is that the same voice, the same person doing the voice as did the crazy woman that we listened to last week? Oh, just thinking as well, what's everyone's egg count up to so far as well? How close are you to the mumbo mustaches?
Have you ever heard of a group of knights called the Templars?
Sounds familiar. I remember. Dwayne had a book. The Holy Something and the Holy Something Else, I can't quite recall. I read a little of it.
And?
Seemed like a lot of hooey to me.
That, do you think, actually I'm trying to think of the numbers, Chrissy. I was thinking, would that be close enough to get to 40 this stream? But no, it doesn't amplify that quickly anymore, does it? She got 37, and I think as well. I'm sure there must only be like 2 voice actors, or some, maybe 3, that did like all the roles with the hilarious accents. And it's at the top there as well. Royalty, you might breach 14 today. Yeah, exactly. With the way they've changed the I get my words out today. The way they've changed the multipliers. Yeah, you'd be lucky if you do breach 38. You never know if there's somebody streaming at the end. You get that. You get I think you still get the bonus ones. I could be wrong.
Tell me a little about yourself, Pearl.
Me? Oh, a gentleman's interest is always so flattering. Well, my husband and I run a greetings card company in a cute little place called Akron in Ohio.
Akron? Cute? Little?
Is anyone just noticing as well? Have a look at George on the screen. His character model must only be about 3 foot tall in comparison to the other characters. The way that it's on there.
Is your husband around, Pearl?
Well, as a matter of fact, yes, he is. Sorry to disappoint you.
Do you know anything about medieval weaving?
I do a little needlework, but gosh.
It's okay. It was a long shot.
Oh, what's that there? Oh, is that Chrissy's type? Is it with the pearl and the horrific glasses?
Have you seen this man before?
No. A friend of yours?
No, not really.
Is there anything else that we can
Does
exhaust
this
here?
matchbook mean anything to you?
You're a philomenist?
Don't they have secret handshakes?
Oh, George, now you're teasing.
I've got to go now, Pearl.
It's been a pleasure, George. Don't be a stranger.
Just look at the shape as well. Like a ball with legs. Let's go and talk to this one here now.
Hi.
Hello there, welcome to the stream.
Why, sure, son. Always got time for a fellow American. The name's Henderson. Dwayne Henderson.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Henderson.
Hell, boy. I'm not in the office. Call me Dwayne.
Oh, okay. Dwayne. My name's George Stobbart.
Thanks for the follow there. I just wasn't speaking over the dialogue there because obviously I want you guys to be able to hear all the story. This is, I can't remember now because I can't see the title. Is this our third or fourth sort of part on this one here? I can't remember now.
I saw a medieval picture of a woman, royalty or nobility, something like that. She was looking in a mirror, but the reflection was of a man with 3 faces. What do you think of that?
I think you should be in therapy.
Yeah, part 4. I see, I've got my monitor up beneath us there, but I can't see the title on it because I've got the stream blowing up full screen on it.
You're a long way from home, Dwayne.
Could say the same about you, George.
Me? Well, I'm just sightseeing, that's all.
Without a camera, kinda lags to come all this way and not take pictures. Mind if I take a picture of you, George?
What? Why? Ow! You could have warned me.
You don't mind, do you, George? The folks back home will be real interested.
Do you mind if I ask you an odd question?
Okay, but I might not answer it.
Do you know anything about the Templars?
The Knights Templar?
Yep.
Nope. Nothing at all.
Well, you knew they were an order of knights.
What I know and what I say are 2 different things, boy. I haven't lasted as long as I have in this business without knowing that.
In this business?
Sure. The greetings card business.
Oh, please.
Sounds like a suspicious character.
I know about a number of the scripts, the movies, fictional characters including Leonard, Roland,
Alexa,
Eddie,
stop.
and
She's always interrupting us behind us, isn't she?
Do you think bulls have any significance around here?
Weird question, George. Nope, I don't think they have.
I'm just waiting for the Google one to butt in underneath us next.
Where is your wife, Dwayne?
Pearl? Oh, she's around, looking for bargains.
How long have you been married, Dwayne?
Hell, must be 30 years now.
Does the image of a knight holding a crystal ball mean anything to you?
Hell no. What would a knight want with a hunk of glass?
I don't know. That's the prob.
What's wrong, boy?
It's not a crystal ball. It all came together in my head. What the conspirators had mentioned losing. The strange perspective of the manuscript. It's a lens. Okay, well, I'll see you around, Dwayne.
Count on it, George.
And next we'll go over to the kid at the front. The scale keeps on changing, it's hilarious, isn't it?
Hey there, young fella. Speak ye you the English? Speak you the Anglese? Parlez-vous anglais?
Yes, si, and indeed we, and rather better than you by the sound of it.
It's
My
the
name
eyes,
is
royalty.
Nico. Welcome to my grand emporium of quality merchandise.
So, this is your stand?
Oh, yes, sir. Though stand does not begin to do it justice. The finest in this bustling metropolis.
This is a bustling metropolis?
Well, not per se, no.
Does the word Templar mean anything to you?
Templar. Ah, Templar. Templar! Why, yes, of course.
It does?
Yes. A splendid series of books by Mr. Leslie Chatteris, featuring the roguish Mr. Simon Templar.
Great. That's a real help, Nijo. Anything else?
The Saint television program, featuring Mr. Roger Moore of the quizzical eyebrow, and a stick
Roger
man
Moore
with a
of the
halo.
quizzical eyebrow.
What do you think of this, eh?
Oh, sir, what a splendid plaything. One day, when I am rich, I am going to build a world-renowned collection of brightly colored balls.
Are you serious?
In deadly earnest. People will come from far and wide to see my
Yes?
collection. The Rockefellers and the Gettys can keep their hordes of so-called fine art. But answer me this. What good is a Picasso, I ask you, if you cannot bounce it off a wall?
You may have a point. What do you know about that couple?
Oh, they're American.
Is that all?
The chap's a little odd. As for the lady, it's a funny thing. But I get the impression she's a lot cleverer than she's letting on.
I get the feeling as well, like in the dialogue there, the word collection might have been supposed to be something else. Would have been far more funny.
So all Templar means to you is Roger Moore.
I only watched it for the stick man with the halo. Bing! He was better animated.
How much are those books there on the shelf?
Have you any Syrian pounds?
I think I might have a couple of Irish pund.
Then they're too expensive for you, sir.
I think we've got the useful
So long,
dialogue
Nijo.
options from
Who do
him
keep,
just at the
sir?
moment. So I can only remember. I can remember chunks of it because I haven't played this one since the 90s. And the director's cut sections I haven't played at all.
Hi, what's your name, sir?
Hello, you buy kebab. Most good.
What do you think of this?
Buy kebab? Come to eat?
What do you make of this, sir?
You buy kebab. You buy kebab. Yum, most good.
Well, goodbye. Have a nice day.
Most good.
Probably wouldn't get away with half of this now.
It was the pattern. I'd seen that pattern somewhere recently.
The matchbox.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Ah! Give to me! Give to me!
Teeth.
A la mode!
Secret club behind the carpets.
Many beneficent greetings, my most fortunate possible friend.
Huh? Do I know you, mister?
No, no, and again I say, no. But, my friend, do you not see our mutual good fortune in this meeting?
How frank do you want me to be?
You are a traveler, yes?
Boy, you must be the world's greatest detective.
No, I am told that is Sherlock Holmes of the big forehead and slipper full of shag. I, as contrast, am world's greatest luxury taxi driver.
I can see where this is going.
I am Ultar, taxi driver and luxury guide per excellent. Yes.
This I had to hear.
Where does your heart desire to go? Simply mention the name to your obedient servant, and we shall fly there, swift as the eagle.
Oh, well, I don't really want to leave Marib yet, but I'm sure that if I do, you'll be the first to know.
Is good. You know where you want to go, you come to Ultar.
Thanks. See you around, Ultar.
Be having a pleasant day, full of shining experiences and happiness, my friend.
Yeah, Royalty. There's just so much dialogue in here, which is just perfect. Can you remember what some of the phrases were that we listened to last week? Because some of them were saying that we have to try and slip them in like regular conversation. I still always remember that from the very beginning, that bit where George is like, the copper pulls a gun on him and he says, "Don't shoot, I'm innocent, I'm an American." And the copper says, "Oh, can't make up your mind?"
Hi. Nice club you've got here. I was wondering if you could help me.
Look at the face.
I mean, I beg your pardon? I'm sorry, but I don't understand.
No surprise there, all righty. He says sorry, but he not speak English.
But he didn't say anything.
He not have tongue.
No tongue? What happened?
It was bet.
And he lost.
He won. You should see other chappie. Oh, yes.
Hello again, Ultar.
Praise be to Allah. I am blessed with your bountiful presence once more.
We need to screen cap that face, don't we? I'll have to change that to Twitter profile.
This place is certainly hard to find.
Oh, yes, it is most exclusive. The membership can be no more than... Kind sir, what would you guess the population of the village to be?
Gee, I don't know, a couple of thousand?
Then I would estimate the membership to be no more than a couple of thousand.
Oh yeah. That's what I was meaning. The guy in the fez at the back.
Do you know anything about the Templars?
Of course.
Yes? What can you tell me?
Great she-bop band of the 60s.
No, that's not really...
Who put the bop in the bop, 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 bop?
Yeah, eternal questions. Have you seen this man before?
Oh, most certainly. Was here only yesterday.
Here? Yesterday? My God, he's close.
Yes, he was asking a lot of questions, just like you.
What did he ask about?
He asked about American called Stobby.
Stobbart?
Yes, Stobbart. You know him?
The killer knew my name. What else did he ask about?
He asked about German man called Klobner.
I tried to remember the name of the man the conspiracy had lost in Syria. Was his name Klausner?
Sure, that is what Ultar said. Klausner. I told this man in the picture, Klausner wanted to go up to Bull's Head.
Hold on, he wanted to go where?
Bull's Head. Big hill, 10 miles out of town. Maybe 60.
When was that?
Oh, maybe a week ago.
What can you tell me about this Bull's Head Hill?
It's most magnificent. Lovely views. Worth visiting. Yes, by indeedity.
How do I get there? No. Let me guess.
You need fine luxury guide to take you there in air-conditioned taxi.
Woe is me. Where can I find such a guide?
And Ultar is most luxurious guide for most literally some way, in any direction.
Gee willikers, lucky old me.
Are you desirous of my pleasant and luxuriant service?
All right, let's go.
First, I regret the formalities. A trip to the Bull's Head, 50 Yankee dollars, please.
$50? I don't have $50.
Oh, most unhappy event. Ultar then sorry, but he cannot take you on ride of lifetime.
Hold on, Ultar. Is there nothing I could barter with you?
Word that it was so, beloved friend. But my taxi needs gas, and its muffler needs the muffler doctor. Trading for these things is not
muffler doctor.
My heart weeps for the injustice, but it's bucks or zip, or unfortunate American.
What do you know about the kebab seller?
A most miserable man. Ultar say, cheery up, matey mate, it might never happen. And he say, shut up, Ultar.
Fancy that.
Not at all. Arto has face like the drizzle that falls on the midweek afternoon, whatever that is.
What do you make of that boy in the market, Nejo?
Nejo? Ha! Ayub's boy is too big for sandals. I speak splendid English, and he laugh. He say, Ultar, you big ox, you split infinitive. I say, I split your head if you stay still long enough. Ha 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 ha! Ho 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 ho! Pretty funny, yes?
Hilarious. You should be on cable. Have you met the American couple?
Have Ultar met them? Have Ultar met them? Yes, Ultar have met them.
And?
They most ungenerous. Ultar offer to show them wonders of countryside. They say, is there anything ancient? Ultar say, yes, of course. Nature is ancient. They say, no, anything ancient made by men. And Ultar say, have you seen Taxi? Fan belt older than Ozymandias. Ha 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 ha! But they gone.
Well, I still don't have any cash on me, American or otherwise.
Oh, unfortunate, most extreme. The delights of the Bull's Head Hill then must wait, I fear.
So let's get this straight. He spent the past week flying all over Europe. He's a lawyer, and he can't get 50 quid for a taxi.
See you around, Ultar.
May good fortune follow you, mister.
Let's head over here.
Damn, the door's locked. I'm sorry? Did you say something?
He say you not to go in toilet. Read sign, matey.
Matey?
It lose something in translation.
By staring hard at the notice and squinting, I discovered I couldn't understand a word of it. There wasn't much point in trying to launch an in-depth conversation when I couldn't speak Arabic and he couldn't speak. Period. Hello again, Ultar.
Praise be to Allah. I am blessed with your bountiful presence once more.
Could you tell me what that sign means?
It's a door stay shut until brush come back. Signed, the management.
Oh, well, what does that mean?
Manager buy lovely new toilet brush, leaves it by wash basin for 10 minutes, come back, it been stolen. Not even out of wrapper. He damn cross. Lock up toilet and say, nobody use fine pristine toilet until brush given back. We say, what we do till then, eh? He say, cross legs and use superior willpower.
And that's what you've been doing?
No. Ultar use bucket.
Ultar use bucket.
See you around, Ultar.
May good fortune follow you, mister.
Right, let's head on back downstairs to the market.
Suddenly, I realized the horrific truth. The guy was basting the kebabs with a toilet brush. Well, goodbye. Have a nice day.
Most good.
They use a toilet brush for that extra special flavouring.
The merchant was selling fruit. I decided I might have some later.
Let's head over because we can get the kid to help us get the brush. We need to frighten the cat though, so it could be your eyes, royalty. Rather disturb the cat.
As I didn't see the point of going all the way over there to get scratched, I stayed where I was.
Oh, mustn't have triggered that point yet.
Hello again, sir. And how may I help you this time?
Who's the guy
Kebab
selling
guy.
the kebabs?
Oh, that's Arto. A miserable blighter to be sure, sir.
He doesn't seem very happy.
He never is. Day in, day out, a face like a wet Wednesday. Whatever one of those is.
Does he speak any English?
Not cogently, no.
Look, this is going to sound a bit strange, but I need Arto's brush.
What? The brush he bastes the kebabs with?
Yes.
Let me find some dirty postcards for you instead.
Nijo, this is serious. Arto stole that brush he's using from a friend, and I want to get it back.
Perhaps I could help you, old chap. Maybe? Perhaps?
Maybe what? Perhaps what?
I do not wish to seem mercenary, sir, but I am a merchant, and merchants trade.
Merchant? This isn't Sears and Roebuck here.
Well, if you're going to be disagreeable...
No, you're right. What would you like?
I seem to recall that you have something that might alleviate my boredom. A globe of delight, a Rubicon spheroid of heavenly pleasure.
You mean the ball, don't you?
A tiny spherular form that barely spans my hand, yet promises hours of amusement.
If you mean the ball, why don't you just say so?
Can I have the ball back, mister?
No problem, royalty. You're going to sort of like set the computer up so it looks like you're pressing the keys, like we were watching in yesterday's Stanley Parable.
All right, here you go.
Thank you, sir. People say bad things about Americans, but you're okay in my book.
What people? What bad things?
Never mind that now. Remember the brush?
Right, yes, the brush.
All you have to do with Arto is be polite. It lightens his day, makes it all worthwhile for him again.
How can I be polite to the guy when I can't speak a word of Syrian?
Arabic.
That's what I meant.
Simply memorize this phrase. Il ach il kalb.
Il akal kalb.
Close enough. Now, go over to Arto and deliver those honeyed words even unto his delicate ear. He won't be able to do enough for you.
Really?
Really.
That's not a very friendly cat you got there, Nijo.
No, sir. It is a very unfriendly cat.
Why do you keep it?
Oh, it's not mine. It just rests where it pleases. And today, it pleases to rest there. As Kipling would say, it is a cat that walks by itself.
Fiercely independent.
And it smells.
I met an interesting guy earlier, a cab driver.
Ah, that would have to be Utar, a barbaric sort of chap.
Oh, he's not that bad.
You know how he speaks in Pidgin English? That's how he speaks in Arabic too.
You speak very good English.
Thank you, sir. I learned from tapes that my uncle procured.
Oh, a language course.
No, sir. Jeeves and Wooster. Cassie, Fink, Noto, Aunt Agatha. What ho?
So, I'm correct in saying that the word Templar doesn't mean much to you.
Well, there was the Order of Knights who were wiped out in an Inquisition in 1312, I suppose.
That's them. What else do you know?
Just how much information do you think there is on a Trivial Pursuit card?
A what?
From the medieval edition. We had it on the stand a couple of years ago. Ask me what a feuter is. Go on. I know all this stuff.
Never mind.
So everybody seems to be sort of like fluent in all the history. Everybody that he encounters. And no matter where they are in the world, they all have a British accent.
So long, Nijo.
Toodle pip, sir.
Right, let's go and talk to the kebab fella again.
The stand had kebabs dangling from the canopy. As a marketing device, it lacked something.
That's another text message there. Jade keeps texting us.
In the still air, the smell hung around like bad smells do. Hello again, sir.
Hello. Kebab? Yes?
Il akul kalb?
Filthy. Bad. I'll kill you.
Whoa! Calm down. I just... Feet, do your thing.
We escaped the kebab seller. I think she said she's got the tab open earlier on before I came on, but I don't know if she's actually paying any attention. I had to go and sort the flat out this morning while she was starting work. Turn the power back on, so there's no point in having it turned on, so we'll knock the fuses out. So I had to put all that back on. I brought her some like fresh bedding and stuff, so I sorted all that out for her, and I left her some sweeties.
As
Well,
I
you
didn't
can
see
get
the
the
point
cat
of going
to-
all the way over there to get
to
scratched,
jump, but I don't know
stayed
how.
where I was.
Because we need to get the cat to knock that statue off, but I can't quite remember how to do it.
What the heck did you tell me to tell him?
Patience, sir.
Patience? Patience? I've been chased by a homicidal kebab seller, and you expect me to be patient?
But consider, sir, while you were running from the irate Arto wasn't using the brush.
Hold on. Are you telling me that I've been used as a diversionary tactic?
Your brush, sir.
I can't believe that you put me on that kebab seller's death list for a toilet brush.
The ends justify the means, sir.
Yeah, but I noticed it wasn't your butt that was on the line, though.
They also serve who only stand and wait, sir.
Oh, spare me. Okay, forget about the Templars for a minute. What do you know about knights?
Like the Crusaders, they came to the East on an insane and pointless mission. They sacrificed thousands of lives, including their own, for insensate pride. How anyone can find them romantic confounds me.
Is that your father lurking in the back of the stand?
He is indeed a roaring fellow. Ayub's his name.
You don't sound like you respect him very much.
Don't I? Not only do I respect him, I rather like him. For all his bluster, we get on very well.
That's not a very friendly cat you got there, Nijo.
No, sir. It is a very unfriendly cat.
Why do you keep it?
Oh, it's not mine. As keep
Let's just repeat the same dialogue we had before. So, what have we got in our inventory
So long, Nijo.
Toodle peep, sir.
that we could use to get that statue down? So I know we have to get the cat up there.
As I didn't see the point of going all the way over there to get scratched, I stayed where I was. I hadn't come all this way to seek out curios.
What have we got in our inventory? I'm just thinking there's anything we can maybe throw over. So we'll return the toilet brush and then we'll come back to that. And back into the secret club hidden behind the rolls of carpet.
Here's your brush, sir. It wasn't easy getting it back. The manager took the brush from me, gave me the toilet keys as my reward, and stomped off. What was all that about?
Manager, he say, bah, look at state of this. Need much cleaning and detergent before go around my, you bend.
He said all that?
Body language account for much, you know. Oh, yes, indeedy.
Keys, there they are. It's almost like the the parrot in What else is it called? Pirates of the Caribbean. It only has like 2 phrases that it saves, but it seems to answer all the questions. Got anything we can use on this, maybe? This tool. There's a little blue point over here, so we'll click on the flush.
Oops.
Do we always have to exhaust this roll to get it, maybe? Let's just try everything in our inventory against it. It doesn't have whatever's needed. Oh, hang on. There we go. Of course, use the keys. Obvious. The next mission is, how do we get the cat to knock the shelf over? Because we need that statue so that we can sell it to her to get the 50 quid that the lawyer should be able to afford, considering he's been jetting all over Europe for the past week, so that he can pay for the taxi. Try it again. Oh, hang on. There we go. It was we had to time it with the ball bouncing. There we go. We got it.
Hi, Nico.
Hello again, sir. And how may I help you this time?
So long, Nico.
Toodle pip, sir.
Right, and then, so we've got the statue, and then this is the, oh, what on earth do you call it? The makeup from the clown at the beginning.
The grease paint had worked
Grease
magic.
paint.
Now it looked like aged marble instead of cheap plaster.
And we'll take that, and we'll dump it on the crazy woman at the back.
Hello again, Pearl.
Why, hello, George. It's such a pleasure to see you again.
What do you think of this fine piece of ancient statuary?
Oh, Matt, that's just what I've been looking for.
Would you like it?
Would I ever? I'm not carrying the money, though. If you go and find Dwayne, he'll pay you for it. If he gives you any trouble, just tell him that I want it.
Do you know what Il Akal Kalb means?
My, sounds romantic.
Yeah, I don't think it is, though. Have you ever heard of a hill called the Bull's Head?
No. No, I haven't. Is it nearby?
I'm not sure.
Sounds awful romantic. The Bull's Head Hill.
Welcome back, royalty. You got all your paperwork in order now.
I've got to go now, Pearl.
It's been a pleasure, George. Don't be a stranger.
Hi there, Dwayne.
Hi there, George. How can I help you, young fella?
Where's the statue in our inventory? There it is.
What do you think of this?
Good gravy. Looks old.
Yeah, I had to turn this town upside down.
Boy, your luck's better than ours. Looks Roman.
I wouldn't know.
What'll they say back home? How much do you want, George?
Oh, I couldn't. It's the find of a lifetime. I mean...
$50. Take it or leave it.
I'll take it. Here you go.
And here you go.
Thanks for the money, Dwayne. This'll come in real handy.
I ought to be thanking you for finding this Roman statuette.
Right.
Okay, well, I'll see you around, Dwayne.
Count on it, George.
Now all the pieces are in place for this first bit, I think. We'll go up here, we'll give him the 50 quid that he mysteriously couldn't afford, and get out of town.
Hello again, Ultar.
Praise be to Allah. I am blessed with your bountiful presence once more.
Yeah, there's definitely something shifty about him, Chrissy.
What does Il Akal Kalb mean?
Who teach you that?
Nejo told me to say it to Arto.
And Arto come after you with big knife, yes?
Yeah, how did you know?
I know Arto. You tell him in bad Arabic that his kebab's made from dog meat.
I said he was using dog food? No wonder he went crazy.
No. Ultar not mean meat for dog. Ultar mean meat of dog.
Oh. Ew. About Bull's Head Hill.
Are you desirous of seeing this most splendid place?
Well, maybe.
A terrific bargain. Only 50 of your Yankee bucks.
50, huh? Okay, it's a deal. Here's the cash.
Ah, most splendid. As you say, the cash price mullah is correct. Mister, we make with haste.
Where exactly is your taxi? Because the only vehicle I can see around here is an aging Army surplus truck.
Yes?
Ah. Okay, I'll be along in a minute. It didn't seem
He's
right
away.
to take off with the toilet keys, so I left them on the bar.
Never mind the toilet keys, wait till he finds out that you've broken the flusher on his toilet.
Hello again, Ultar.
His most splendid and adventurous client.
That's your taxi?
Oh, yes, most assuredly. Most entirely splendid taxi in all Marib.
It looks like an old Army truck to me.
Bah! You Americans with your checkerboard caps and your Judd Hershes. You have lost sight of what a taxi should truly be.
About 4 tons by the look of it.
There, you have hit the nail in the nutshell.
Okay, already, let's go.
Regrettably not, most esteemed pair. There is a minor problem of a tiny nature. The fan belt has taken it upon itself to break.
So, what are you gonna do?
What can I do? I must wait for a ride to the garage for a replacement.
How long is that gonna take?
1 day, maybe 6.
I can't wait that long. We gotta get moving.
But how, my friend?
I'll think of something.
You know, like say the scale of things, like they were like 10 miles, maybe 60, and 1 day, maybe 6. But yeah, Chris, at least he got the toilet brush back, so it's priorities. Can clean his unflushable toilet. And I hit the nail in the nutshell. We need to. I'm gonna have to watch back these streams, aren't I, and find all the points that we've highlighted something, put them in a list. Right, what have we got here? Is it this we give him?
What does this toilet chain mean to you?
You got brush back so you could steal chain? You're sure strange cookie, mister, yes?
Is this any use to you?
My friend, the very thing, yes!
You've been screenshotting your
Ultar took the
favourites.
towel from me, cut it in 2 lengthways, and gave me half back. With his half, he did the kind of fan belt replacement that's normally done with stockings.
Now, if I knot the ends together, so...
You have to stick some of them in the game
Very
chat or something.
serviceable indeed.
Stockings might work on a Bentley, but on a truck, the coarse toweling did the job nicely.
Come along, my friend. You want to see the bull's head? Yes!
A few hours later. It must have been the 60 miles then. But what could possibly go wrong, Chrissy? You're going to put a compilation of all their faces. You've definitely got to share that on the Discord. Oh, I remember this bit. It's a health and safety nightmare.
The stick I'd broken off was surprisingly hard and inflexible.
So that's a stick, and we're going to use...
With a flourish, I tied the end of the towel to the stick with a textbook reef knot.
So a stick from what is a dead and dehydrated, dried up tree.
I could see that crack would make a good anchor point.
The stick that he broke off in his fingers on the tree. I wrote here, that's definitely your mission for tomorrow.
Well, that looked really safe. But I had no choice. I hadn't anticipated going mountaineering when I'd come to Syria.
How's he think he's going to get down?
I didn't like the idea of putting my hand in there. But hey, what the heck? I was only risking mutilation. No blade took my hand off at the wrist, and no scorpion stung me, for which I was very grateful. But there was something in there, a metal ring, as wide as my hand. I took a firm hold of the ring. I tried not to think of death traps, and pulled. Whoa there!
Mouse, it must be something about this game, because this happened last week as well, didn't it? The mouse kept on lagging out. Just have some optimization issues.
Around the corner, I found the corpse. Oh my God. Klausner? Large as life and twice as dead. I'd hardly had time to accept the fact when I heard the door mechanism start up again. Oh man, no! The door had slammed shut, trapping me. I had a bad feeling about how Klausner had died. I couldn't think of anything to do with the statue, apart from scaring small children with it.
Let's go. One of our favourite pastimes in this game, rummaging through the corpse bodies.
Whatever had been in the bottle had been drunk. Klausner must have died of thirst and dehydration. I've done more fun things in my life than searching a corpse, but as my life expectancy wasn't great, I figured I should try every new challenge that came my way. I cautiously flicked open the jacket. Hey, what's this? I'd found some kind of lens, a very old lens made from a very hard glass. That settled it. The knight on the manuscript had been holding a lens the whole time, not a crystal ball. Bullwhips might be handy for exploring ancient ruins, but they're no use when you're trapped in a cave. Klausner clearly fancied himself as a latter-day Indiana Jones.
I haven't seen Indiana Jones films for
There was
ages.
nothing else in the pouch. The bottle was empty. I searched the corpse. No portable phone, no demolition charges, no 5-course meal. You'd think international conspirators would go around better equipped.
I always pack a 5-course meal when I'm in the, raiding tombs. That picture looks rude.
I couldn't take the inscription with me. All I could do was stare at it
Clearly
and try to
England, though.
memorize it. In occidenta sita est, in ora mundi. Okay, that would have to do.
not triggered the other point yet. A little rummage around.
I couldn't help but notice faint bloody finger marks on the rock, as if somebody had tried to claw their way out.
What have we got? Let's have a little rummage around and see if we can see any more of the little blue flashy things. So what have we got the chain for then? What is
It was a device used for measuring people's blood pressure.
Oh, I forgot we had that still.
It was the lens that I'd found on Klausner's body.
Go back to the map. I must have mixed a point on it, maybe.
In accidenta sita est in ora mundi. Okay.
Is there something we missed on the body, maybe?
So much for whips. They're all show. I'd searched Klausner once. There was nothing on his body.
Let's see. No, he won't. Try that on that as well. Because I know there's supposed to be like a confrontation here. What have we missed? We'll cycle through all the items in the inventory. I know the hand buzzer comes into play once we get out of here. There's nothing on the statue. Right, head back over to the other side and see if there's any other like action points.
I examined the door carefully, high and low. I looked for levers and rings to pull, panels and buttons to push like in the movies, and found nothing.
Something else we've maybe missed? Move the mouse back and forth across to see if...
I'd searched Klausner once. There was nothing on his body.
See if another trigger point turns up.
I'd searched Klausner once. There was nothing on his body. I'd searched Klausner once. There was nothing on his body.
Yeah, there's something in the cracks, maybe.
The bottle was empty. I couldn't do that.
Take his blood
I
pressure.
couldn't do that.
So that just cycles that one straight away. Evening focus. Right, we'll cycle through the inventory items. I'm not entirely certain how to progress out on this one, though. Because what I remember from when, as I say, like when I played in the 90s, you do a little bit in here, and then the assassin guy pulls open the door. But I can't quite remember how to trigger that point. Oh, crikey, I was supposed to read this as tiny. Dead body. No, that's just the story so far, isn't it? We tried doing all of the items on this statue here.
I couldn't think of anything to do with the statue, apart from scaring small children with it. A stone head bearing 3 bearded faces. It was a strange image, but a powerful one, redolent with antiquity and ancient mysteries. The mouth's opening. It must be Ultar. My God, if he comes in, we'll both be trapped. Ultar! Don't come in! It's a trap! Stay where you are! You!
Hello, Mr. Stobbart. We meet in the most unusual places. Please, do not make any sudden moves. I have no desire to maim you.
Did you say maim?
I did. Dead men tell no tales, as you say. And I want to hear everything that you have to tell me.
And what if I don't want to talk?
Then I shall, most regrettably, have to kill you. Rest assured, however, that I am an excellent shot you would not suffer.
Oh, that's good. Believe me, I'm really assured.
It is rather dark in here. I think we should conduct our business outside.
Why should I make myself an easier target?
If I fire at you, Mr. Stobbart, I shall hit you even in here. But, unfortunately, my marksmanship will suffer. It could be the difference between hitting you in the leg or the groin.
Boy, it sure is hot in here.
No sudden moves, Mr. Stobbart.
So we had to right-click on the statue.
Now then, where shall we start?
How about being bosom buddies and you putting that gun away?
Klausner,
Sounds like a plan.
do you know where he is?
Yep, he's dead. Just around the corner of the cave. You want to look?
I'll take your word for it. How did he die?
Starvation or dehydration by the look of it.
He was caught in this trap you were shouting about? Yes, I suspected as much. The Templars were not ones to give away their secrets lightly. Was he carrying anything of importance?
Yeah, he was carrying some sort of lens. I've got it with me.
Give it to me.
I don't think so.
Don't be a fool, Mr. Stobbart.
If I give it to you, what's to stop you killing me?
What is to stop me killing you anyway?
You might hit the lens.
Not if I shoot you in the head.
When I fall, the lens might get broken.
Yes. You plead convincingly, Mr. Stobbart. Perhaps you will live to see another day. Perhaps. Was there anything else?
Well, there is something, I guess, but you can't move it.
Yes? What is it?
It's a treasure map. Yeah, X marks
text
the spot.
Come now. Do you expect me to believe that?
Yeah, okay. You caught me. But round the corner, there is something in Latin up on the wall.
Latin? Do you remember it, Mr. Stobbart?
In accidenta cita est, in ora mundi.
Ah, the words of Caesar. Yes, that makes sense.
Well, I know that roughly it means to the west, to the edge of the world. But what the heck is that about?
It tells me where the sword of Baphomet lies. Mr. Stobbart, I am sure that you are just what you appear to be. A gifted amateur.
Thanks, I think.
But I can no longer tolerate your interference. There is far more at stake than you realize.
So what are you gonna do?
I regret that we must end this here and now. Your only choice now is whether you die like a man like a dog.
Hey, look now. Don't kill me. I've got money. Maybe we can cut a deal.
You disappoint me.
Okay, you're the boss. I'll take my medicine.
I should like to shake your hand.
Exactly, Roti. He doesn't have any money.
The canopy on Ultar's truck broke my fall.
Thank goodness for that.
The worst part of the experience was Ultar's driving.
What about the lens? Is it still in one piece?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's good to see you again, Josh.
Really? Well, I have to say, I'd have enjoyed Syria a lot more if you'd been there.
I wouldn't have
In a
been
room,
much
you
help.
two.
Anyway, you did just fine on your own.
What's that, Chrissy?
Let's take another look at the manuscript. A knight with a crystal ball. The knight scroll bears a phrase in Latin. Through my teachings, you will be enlightened. There's a guy with a sword and a bull. Between them is a gem supported by a tripod. There's a guy working on a loom.
Look there, two guys on the same horse.
There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces. Have you any idea what this lens might be used for?
As a magnifying glass, obviously.
Hey, Nico, shake hands with me.
No chance, Buster.
I'd better get back to the quest.
But it was alright, Chrissy, though. There was a solid car beneath him to crash into. It would have to be, well, you saw that picture from the beginning of how high that thing was. Now, which one of these is at the museum? Let's go in here. Got to sort of like duck down so I can see what the thing is underneath.
Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie. Hey, I visited Nico's apartment.
Yeah, she told me you came by.
Ooh, quite a fine Georgie boy. I didn't expect anything quite so sexy.
I hope you're referring to the manuscript.
Oui, of course. Where have you been? Nicole said you were away.
I just returned from Syria.
Syria? On the trail of the Templars?
It's a long story, but I found the bull's head. It was referred to on the manuscript, remember?
Yes, what is it?
A secret cave built into a high cliff face. In the cave, I discovered a map bearing a phrase in Latin. In accidenta sita est in ora mundi.
The island of Britain.
Lies at the edge of the world, to the west.
Strange. That map seems to contain a series of pointers.
Like I said, it's a treasure map. Have you ever heard of the Hashashin?
Why, yes. It was a radical Muslim sect whose name became synonymous with murder. It was formed in 11th century Persia, shortly before the Crusades.
At roughly the same time as the Templars.
Yes. They gave a new word to our language. Assassini. The assassins.
No. What did you make of the manuscript?
It dates from the time of the Crusades.
We guessed that from the Templar seal.
It's a story and pictures like a modern-day comic book.
What story does the manuscript tell?
I don't know. It was probably produced for the tourist market.
Tourists?
Oh, oui, pilgrims in their thousands on their way to Jerusalem. The tourist trade is nothing new, you know. It's been around for centuries. Ever since Joshua made a packet selling souvenir bricks from the walls of Jericho.
Have you deciphered any of the images on the manuscript?
There's very little I can be sure about. The slang of the bull could be a reference to Mithras.
Who's he?
A Persian god, almost as popular as Christ at one time. The only thing I can be sure of is the knight. He's Spanish.
How can you tell that?
The writing on the shield, the reference to Ave Maria. No self-respecting knight from Northern Europe would have borne a coat of arms like that.
Can you identify the knight's coat of arms?
I already did, Georgie. He's a member of the De Vasconcelos family from the Costa Calida.
Were they famous?
No, they're not mentioned after the 15th century.
Oh.
The spotlight of history moved on. They're probably long dead.
How did the assassins get their name?
From the legends surrounding the secrets of their initiation rites. A young man who sought to join the sect was given hashish until he drifted into dreams. He awoke to find himself in a fabulous garden with everything he could wish for. The freshest water, the most delicious food, the choicest hash, and the most delectable women imaginable.
Cool. Do you have the address?
I haven't finished the story. There was a price to pay for this taste of paradise.
Wouldn't you just know it?
The young man would wake the next day to find himself back in the real world. He was told that he'd been given a glimpse of the heaven reserved for holy martyrs. A heaven he would enjoy for eternity if he was willing to join the Hashashin.
How did the assassins operate?
Well, as I explained, the new recruits would be only too willing to die for the cause. They'd be instructed in the use of the dagger, poisons, and disguise. Then, the Grand Master of the sect would name an enemy of Allah.
And they'd stop at nothing to eliminate that enemy.
You got it. They were fearless and deadly.
Does the cult of the assassins still exist?
Take a look around at the world today. You tell me.
Right, which other things do we need?
Maybe not.
He didn't want to do the lens, did he?
I'd like to shake you by the hand, Andre.
Not now, Georgie.
Does the guy in this photograph look familiar to you?
No.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Right, let's have a little think. Where do we need to go next? Oh, it's already been unlocked. Oh well, let's go to Spain. Because of course he's broke, remember? I think he just didn't want to pay for a taxi ride.
Hi, is this the De Vasconcelos house?
Standing in the stream.
Who wants to know?
I could tell the old coot was going to be trouble. My name's George Stobbart. I was wondering whether...
The house is not open to the public.
This is the De Vasconcelos house.
And what business is that of yours, senor?
Look, all I want is to speak to the head of the household.
There is no household. Only the Countess and myself.
Yeah, exactly. Must have only been doing the flights for a couple of quid or something for him to keep zooming around Europe. Are you going for this one for the next one in your collection, royalty?
Tell me about the Countess de Vasconcelos.
She doesn't receive guests. That's all you need to know.
You don't even know what I have to talk to her about.
She hasn't won the lottery, has she?
No, she hasn't won the lottery.
A more cunning man might have claimed that she had.
Oh yeah? They might have, might they?
And that more cunning man would have been kicked off the premises. The Countess doesn't do the lottery.
What do you know about the Templars?
Who wants to know?
Are you angling for a bribe or something?
You have nothing that I want, senor, except the pleasure of your absence.
The guy was obviously protecting the Countess against the whole
The
world.
pleasure of your
But
absence.
No way.
Oh, we're saving that toilet chain. Yep.
I'll be going for now.
Adios, senor.
Water just looks like static with the the like low pixel count.
I didn't like the idea of carrying 30 yards of hose around me, so I left it alone.
We got that word, so maybe we could tie it up. Where's the tap?
I didn't like the idea of carrying...
Hey, you.
Yeah? What is it?
You would not like it if people just wandered into your home, would you?
Well, no, I guess not.
Then show a little consideration.
Okay. Sorry.
Let's have a look. Oh, hang on, maybe... There we go, put the blood pressure thing on it.
My hose has stopped.
Yeah?
See, my hose never stops.
Well, I'm sorry to hear it. It's always sad when an old tradition comes to an end.
Did you have anything to do with it?
Well, I'm shocked. I'm mortified. How could you think such a thing?
Very easily, senor. Very easily. I'm going to find out why my hose has stopped. And that means going into the house. You are not, absolutely not, to go in the house. If you do go in the house, I will set the dogs on you.
It's just like a Mr. Shiny moment from last week in the hospital.
The armor was about my size. I had a mental vision of putting it on and clanking off to see the Countess, with the gardener hanging hopelessly on the outside trying to stop me. Apart from being stupid and unworkable, it was a great plan.
Wait for it to come past.
Hey, you. I know you are there, American. All right, you dogs. I'm coming.
Straight past him. Went up the stairs quickly.
Madre Dios, who are you?
My name's George Stobbart. I'm
So
sorry to
calm
burst
when
in
an
like
American
this.
just
You
bursts
must leave at
into the
once.
room.
You're not wanted here.
Please, if you just listen a minute.
Very well. State your business, Senor Stobbart.
Have you seen her eyes on the
There's been a series
lower
of
bit
murders,
compared to
part
the
of some
front?
conspiracy. Anyway, the trail led me here.
Here? There is nothing for the outside world here.
Over 600 years ago there was.
What do you mean?
This whole thing ties in somehow with the Knights Templar.
The Knights Templar are dust.
They had a secret that was so important, they went to a lot of trouble to hide it.
I do not see what this has to do with my family.
Your family had a strong connection with the Templars, right? I believe that they have planted some clues here.
Why should I believe a complete
Even the
stranger
eyes
who
on the
barged
picture in the
into
top.
my home?
They're both pointing
Just
in
let me
different
have a look around.
directions.
If I find nothing,
You'll be spending the night at the police station. Very well. Please, sit down.
I know your family is involved with the Templars, but I don't know how.
You should be asking how my family were involved, Senor Stobbart. The Templars ceased to exist centuries ago. And as for the De Vasconcelos, the line dies with me.
I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Yeah, you have to put a little montage together of those as well, Royalty. But don't forget going back to the hospital one. You'll have to grab a screenshot of that one for because the guy looked like he'd been chucked through a wood chipper. The guy that was in hospital.
Okay, whatever happened almost 700 years ago. So, if the Templars left any clues, they're going to be in stuff that dates back to the early 14th century.
Obviously.
So, what do you have around here that's early medieval?
Early medieval.
Herself.
Let me think. Well, the house is relatively modern, a scant 3 centuries old. Or, of course, the chess set.
That chess set is over 600 years old? It must be worth a fortune.
Indeed it is. Not that I would part with it, of course.
No, I wouldn't either. That's the sort of thing that gets handed down to your children. Sorry.
Its value is less than you might think. The set is not complete. One of the pieces is a modern replacement. As to the original, it was lost a long time ago.
Nobody has any idea where it is?
No. The children had it when they were taken.
Children? What children?
All in good time, Senor Stobbart.
So very calm with this intruder that's broken into my house, isn't you? Wonder if we can use the electric hand buzzer on her.
That is not a good idea. May I examine the chess set?
Certainly. But do not move any of the pieces.
Okay, thanks. Close up, the modern piece stood out like a sore thumb. There was something else odd about the set. All of the original pieces had irregular bases.
My lady, I have to warn you, there's You! Why, I'll feed you to the dogs.
Lopez, what have I told you about feeding intruders to the dogs?
But, my lady...
Never without my permission. Senor Stobbart, if I find that you're wasting my time, you will be fed to the dogs. Now, I want to show you something interesting. Follow me. Lopez, unlock the door, por favor. This is the only remaining structure on the estate contemporary with the Templars.
Nice. What is it, a summer house?
A mausoleum, Senor Stobbart.
Oh.
Come with me.
Hey, senor.
Yeah?
I do not know what you have told my lady to be shown these favors, but I do not trust you.
You've got nothing to worry about.
Accent.
Aren't you coming in?
No, the dead do not interest me. My garden is a living thing. I will be there.
Wow, this is old.
It was constructed in the 13th century as the final resting place for the De Vasconcelos Templars.
It's well maintained.
These are my ancestors, and they deserve respect. I come here at least once a week to say a prayer for them.
Mind if I have a look around?
By all means.
This sort of thing reminds me of... What on earth is his name? Oh, I can't remember the actor's name. He did like a lot of sort of like comedic films. Things like the Operation Petticoat. There was one of his films where he's on a cruise ship, and like I always remember just with her saying like she comes like to the mausoleum thing to say a prayer. It reminds me of one of the ones where he was on a boat. But his name, I can't. It's just completely gone from my head now. Let's have a rummage.
Now what? There was nothing to snuff. Feeling like an idiot, I put it down again. A big statuette of the Virgin Mary kept an eye on the place. On removing the Bible, I found a pattern on the lectern top. Hey! It's a checkerboard! Close up, I could see that the pattern was made up of glass squares over a checkerboard pattern. I couldn't climb up there without breaking something. Now what? There was nothing to snuff. Feeling like an idiot, I put it down again. Hanging from the ceiling was a huge yellowed candle. It looked really old and had never been lit. The mausoleum contained 5 tombs for 5 of the Knights Templar, man-size in marble. May I ask you something?
You may ask.
What's the story with the glass chessboard?
Glass chessboard. Oh, the pattern on the lectern. Purely decorative, I'm sure.
There are pieces of glass missing from it.
Oh, it has been like that since I was a girl.
Who exactly are these people?
My ancestors. These 5 men were all members of the Templars.
5 ancestors in the order. You must be very proud.
Not 5, 6.
Where's the 6th knight?
He was lost to us.
You lost an ancestor?
It is a family matter. It can have no relevance.
Well, it's connected with the curse of the Vasconcelos, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I hope you will honor my desire not to talk about it.
Okay, well, I'll leave it for now. Is the Virgin Mary really the right person to be sharing a mausoleum with 5 knights?
You are showing your ignorance, Senor Stobbart. The Templars were dedicated to the Virgin Mary.
I'm not sure, Royalty. I wonder if she's checked behind the fridge.
You certainly know your history.
What's your opinion of the Templars, Senor Stobbart?
The Templars? Well, they seem no worse than a lot of the knightly orders.
You are mistaken. Compared to the simpering politicians of the Hospitallers or the brutish Teutonics, the Knights Templar were the embodiment of chivalry. The filthy, money-grabbing French king and his pet pope did a great wrong. A bane settled upon my family at the whim of that self-seeking tyrant.
It was all a long time ago.
Some things don't die. Injustice is one of them.
No. The gaps in the glass chessboard look awfully deliberate.
No, it is ridiculous. What possible significance can it have?
It's part of a chessboard, and the gaps are for...
Senor Stobbart, you cannot mean...
This place was built for the Templars. Your chess set is as old as the Templars. It's kind of suggestive, isn't it? I think this must be it. This is what the manuscript is pointing to.
This is extraordinary.
Still trying to think what this poll's for.
Am I to understand that the Templars left a puzzle here?
Crikey, look at her face now,
all this
from the
time
profile.
We failed to realize that there was a puzzle?
It was wonderful to watch the Countess change before my eyes.
Right. Well, no time for wallowing in self-pity, eh, Senor Stobbart? This mystery has had a good long run, but it ends here and now.
All those years of fatalism were falling away from her.
Lopez! Lopez! Put that hose down and listen! Go to the house and get my chess set. Yes, the old chess set! Now hurry! My, this is exciting, is it not?
Don't get too excited. This could be a blind alley.
Oh, I do not believe that for a moment.
It's good to see you happy.
Happy? You know, I think I am.
While we're waiting, I'd really like to know what happened here. I mean, the curse and everything.
It all began at the time of the dissolution of the Templars. Don Carlos had already left their ranks to become a scholar.
Don Carlos, is he the guy who went missing?
Si, but he had reckoned without the local bishop. Their bishop envied us our lands and determined to use the papal edict as an excuse to destroy us. Don Carlos was on one of his scholarly journeys when the Inquisition arrived. When Don Carlos returned, it was to find his loyal manservant slain and his children gone.
They took the kids? But why?
Oh, we will never know. the bishop denied all knowledge of the children's disappearance. But witnesses had seen his men kill the servant who had been charged to protect them.
What happened to Don Carlos?
He swore he'd find his children if he had to go to the edge of the world. He put on his armor and took up his sword and shield and rode out alone. He was never seen again.
Here he is.
Lopez, you have the pieces.
Si, my lady, as you asked.
Por favor, Senor Stobbart, would you be so kind?
My lady.
Calm yourself, Lopez. I believe Senor Stobbart's motives are pure.
Very well, my lady.
Hope it's not a spelling puzzle again.
My lady seems to trust you.
But you don't.
No, senor.
It fits, Senor Stobbart. It fits.
Working quickly, I found which pieces went into which holes.
He seems like a dodgy character, doesn't he, Royalty? Oh, hang on, what's this on the, under the microphone? What does it say? Click on any unplaced police. Turn reveal the space. Click on, right. The side, right. Right, so we have to match up these colours. How do we drag it across then? Turn it red, blue, green and green, yeah. Definitely the same. Why would it let us drag it across? Let's have a look, see if we can find a... Alright, hang on, there must be some sort of point which is not... Ah, here we go. So the sort of like articulation points are not scaled very well, it would appear. Right, so white, blue, red, green. White, blue, red, green. Red, white, blue, green. Red, white, blue, green. Blue, red, green, green. Wow, this is a really, really glitchy puzzle. We've got there green, white, red, blue. Green, white, blue, red. Come on. Not good. What was that? Red, green, green, blue. Come on, let's drag it.
With the red pieces in place, the square bases fit onto the white pieces. I just had to figure out where to place them.
Come on. So which way will these have to go? King in the middle, Chrissy? Oh, if we can click on it. Horse on the top. Maybe it's just the horse, the next one down, maybe? Yeah, so yeah, we got the bishop below there. You'd say king in the middle there, didn't you? Yeah. And a horse at the top. I'm trying to figure out what sort of pattern it forms. Because we can only put them in this middle because it wouldn't let us drop them anywhere else. So it must be the middle column where we're putting these guys. So I can only move that way. Not entirely certain. We might have to look this one up. Is that royalty? We're going for bishop on the... If this thing would move. I'll have to rejiggle these around so that I can put the horse in the middle.
Bingo!
There we go. You googled it, royalty.
Senor Stobbart, look!
What is that? It's not the Holy Grail, is it?
No, Senor Stobbart. It is the communion chalice of the De Vasconcelos, missing for almost 700 years.
Wow. Well, go on.
I cannot. I can hardly believe it is real.
Go ahead. Live a little.
Are you sure? This is your moment of triumph, Senor Stobbart.
Sure, I'm sure.
Chris, it's been a long time since I played chess as well.
The possibility of death traps only occurred to me a few days later.
And back to Nico's apartment.
The curse of the De Vasconcelos is lifted?
Oh no. The Countess was thrilled to find the lost chalice. But there's still the riddle of the missing knight.
Well, you can forget about that now and get back to finding the Templar's secret.
Actually, I promised the Countess I'd find Don Carlos.
You what?
I can explain everything.
You have got the odds for a withered old Spanish aristocrat?
The Countess entrusted me with the chalice and the quest for her ancestor's tomb.
You're as crazy as she is. Haven't you got enough problems? Khan and the Templars?
It's all part of the same thing. The chalice is important, I'm sure. The manuscript pointed us to the knight, and I have to find him.
What then?
I don't know. But when the knight and the chalice are reunited, maybe I will.
I'm not sure either, Chrissy, because I wasn't sure what sort of pattern we're following, but I suppose the having the horse in the middle, I suppose it's the Knights Templars. Maybe it's because they're in the centre of it. It's the only thing I can think of anyway.
Is there something going on between you and Labano?
What business is it of yours? We agreed all this. The clown, the Templars, strictly business, remember?
Yeah, but...
So get off my case.
And I just think she's complaining as well just there. And yet, in the last time we were in an apartment, she was flirting with him.
I brought you a present from Syria.
Oh, George, you shouldn't have bothered. What is it?
This.
A necklace. It's rather heavy.
Ethnic craftsmanship at its most rustic.
Oh, of course, I love it.
You do?
It will always remind me of you.
A toilet chain. Why did we have the toilet chain then? Was it just for that dialogue? Right, I think what we'll do there though is we've done quite a large chunk, I think, tonight.
I'd better get back to the quest.
We've managed to we completed Syria, and we've completed what do you call it? Spain. We've done that, so we'll leave it there for this week. What I'll do now is I will quickly jump into Twitch, and I press that there, and realise that I pressed the wrong one. Hang on. Go over there. We'll see if anyone that we know is. Oh, if Twitch ever loads up. Anyone that we know is. Yep. Where is it? Dashboard. What a carry on. Yeah, I'm pleased that you enjoyed this one. It's I haven't played it since the 90s, but it was one of my favourites. But let's see where I can't see any of the buttons today. So we have a choice for who we want to go and see if we get any bonus points. We have Anita, Angry Joe, or Mr. Weeble. Yeah, my plan is, I would like to go through all of the games. I mean, I've played Broken Swords 1 and 2, and I've completed those back in the 90s. I have very briefly played number 3, but I've never finished it, so that is a completely blank one that I don't know anything about. And the ones that came after that, I have absolutely no idea again. I don't have any clue at all as to what they are. I'm not 100% sure if when we finish this one, we may break it up and we may do Simon the Sorcerer, because that is my absolute favourite of the point and click type games. It was actually the third game on CD-ROM that I ever got in the 90s, because the first one was actually a sort of a point and click adventure called The Chaos Continuum. Very, very short. It was like a sci-fi thing. The second one was the Battle of Midway, which was, back in the days of DOS, it was an absolute nightmare to get that game running. I can remember that much. And then, of course, you had Simon the Sorcerer. Of course, the Simon the Sorcerer's 1 and 2. So what we might do is, because we could probably do Simon the Sorcerer in 2 sessions, I think, maybe. Or maybe do like one long Sunday afternoon session, perhaps. to do that. And then what we're going to do there is we'll do Simon, and then we will do Broken Sword 2, and then we can do Simon 2, and then back to Broken Sword for the point and click adventures. I think that'll be a nice way to break it up for the different stories. So there's like a little gap. It's like, you know, when you finish reading a book, you kind of always just like, you know, jump into the next one because you've still got that other world still fresh in your mind. But you've chosen Mr. Weevil there, though. So we'll go and see what he's up to. King of Crabs. I don't know what that is, but we'll hop over there and see what he's up to. Tomorrow we will be on the server. I haven't quite decided whether or not to work on a smelter or to work on a smaller storage system, because the chests are an absolute nightmare. So I think it might be an idea to build like a warehouse like what was on Cosmic, just bigger. Not like redstone sorted or anything, just larger storage shed. So we might work on that tomorrow, unless we do a what do you call it? A smelter maybe. Even if it's just a small smelter, just like an array of 16 would be enough, rather than just the 3 furnaces that I've got scattered around the base. That's for tomorrow anyway, though. So we'll click on that there and fire that up there. So I hope you enjoyed that there. Have a good night, everybody, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you for joining me today. If you are enjoying our journey and would like to see more, then please rate, comment, favourite and subscribe in whichever manner your chosen platform allows. If you are joining us on Twitch, Mixer or YouTube, where we have loads more for you to watch, from our live streams to all our episodes across our various series. You can also drop by and say hi over on Discord, where we chat about everything from Minecraft to books and movies to tabletop games. But most importantly, thank you very much for watching and have a lovely day.